Germany is the 8th most visited country in the world, with a total of 407.26 million overnights during 2012. This number includes 68.83 million nights by foreign visitors, the majority of foreign tourists in 2009 coming from the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and Switzerland. Additionally, more than 30% of Germans spend their holiday in their own country. According to Travel and Tourism Competitiveness reports, Germany is ranked 3 out of 136 countries in the 2017 report, and is rated as one of the safest travel destinations worldwide. In 2012, over 30.4 million international tourists arrived in Germany, bringing over $38 billion in international tourism receipts to the country. Domestic and international travel and tourism combined directly to contribute over €43.2 billion to the German GDP. Including indirect and induced impacts, the industry contributes 4.5% of German GDP and supports 2 million jobs. The ITB Berlin is the world's leading tourism trade fair. According to surveys, the top 3 reasons for tourists to come to Germany are the German culture, outdoor activities and countryside, and the German cities. History. The history of tourism in Germany goes back to cities and landscapes being visited for education and recreation. From the late 18th century onwards, cities like Dresden, Munich, Weimar and Berlin were major stops on a European grand tour. Spas and seaside resorts on the North and Baltic Sea particularly developed during the 19th and early 20th century, when major train routes were built to connect the seaside spas to urban centers. An extensive bathing and recreation industry materialized in Germany around 1900. At rivers and close to natural landscapes, many health spas, hotels and recreational facilities were established since the 19th century. Since the end of World War II, tourism has expanded greatly, as many tourists visit Germany to experience a sense of European history and the diverse German landscape. The country features 14 national parks, including the Jasmund National Park, the Vorpommern Lagoon Area National Park, the Moritz National Park, the Wadensee National Parks, the Harz National Park, the Hainich National Park, the Saxon-Switzerland National Park, the Bavarian Forest National Park and the Berchtesgaden National Park. In addition, there are 14 biosphere reserves, as well as 98 nature parks. The countryside has a pastoral aura, while the bigger cities exhibit both a modern and classical feel. Small and medium-sized cities often preserve their historical appearance and have old towns with remarkable architectural heritage. These are called Altstadt in German. Countryside. Health. About 242 million nights, or 2/3 of all nights spent in hotels in Germany, are spent in spa towns. Germany is well known for health tourism, with many of the numerous spa towns having been established at a hot spring, offering convalescence or preventive care by means of mineral water and/or other spa treatment. Spa towns and seaside resorts carry official designations such as mineral and mud spas, healthy climate resorts, night cure resorts, seaside resorts, climatic resorts, and recreation resorts. The largest and most well-known resorts also have casinos, most notably at Bad Wiessee, Baden-Baden, Wiesbaden, Aachen, Travemünde and Westerland. Regions. The most visited tourist regions in Germany are the East Frisian and North Frisian Islands, the Baltic Sea coasts of Holstein, Mecklenburg, and Vorpommern, the Rhine Valley, the Bavarian and Black Forest, and the Bavarian Alps. The table below shows the 5 most visited rural districts in 2008. Other popular regions include: in the north, Usedom, Holstein, Switzerland, the Lüneburg Heath, Harz, and Mecklenburg Lake District. In the west, Teutoburg Forest, Sauerland, Eifel and the Moselle Valley. In the east, Saxon Switzerland, Thüringer Wald, Erzgebirge and the Elbe Valley. In the south, Taunus, Spessart, Rhön, Odenwald, and Allgäu. Winter sport. The main winter sport regions in Germany are the Bavarian Alps and Northern Limestone Alps, as well as the Ore Mountains, Harz Mountains, Fichtel Mountains and Bavarian Forest within the central uplands. First-class winter sport infrastructure is available for alpine skiing and snowboarding, bobsledding and cross-country skiing. In most regions, winter sports are limited to the winter months November to February. During the Advent season, many German towns and cities host Christmas markets. Cities. In terms of numbers of overnight stays, Travel to the 12 largest cities in Germany more than doubled between 1995 and 2005, the largest increase of any travel destination. This increase mainly arises from growth of cultural tourism, often in conjunction with educational or business travel. Consequently, the provision and supply of more and higher standards of cultural, entertainment, hospitality, gastronomic, and retail services also attract more international guests. The table below shows the 10 most visited cities in Germany in 2012. Other cities and towns with over 1 million nights per year are Rostock, Hanover, Bremen, Cuxhaven, Bonn, Freiburg, Münster, Lübeck, Wiesbaden, Essen, and Regensburg. Berlin. Berlin has a yearly total of about 135 million day visitors, which puts it in third place among the most visited city destinations in the European Union. Berlin had 781 hotels with over 125,000 beds in June 2012. The city recorded 20.8 million overnight hotel stays and 9.1 million hotel guests in 2010. In the first half of 2012, there was an increase of over 10% compared to the same period the year before. List of sites in Berlin. Berlin grew out of the historical city center, the Nikolai Quarter, and its adjacent town of Köln, both situated along the River Spree. It expanded its territories with areas such as Dorotheenstadt and Friedrichstadt. The creation of Greater Berlin in 1920 incorporated many former independent towns and municipalities such as Spandau, Charlottenburg, and Köpenick. Today, the urban environment of the metropolis also spreads to parts of Brandenburg and Potsdam. The decentralized development has resulted in a plethora of sites in Berlin, not just in the center of the city, but also in the outlying boroughs. For various reasons, among the world's most recognized symbols of Berlin are the Brandenburg Gate and its tallest landmark, the Berlin TV Tower in Mitte. Skyline. World Heritage Sites: Alte National Gallery, Pergamon Museum. Ishtar Gate, Neues Museum, Nefertiti Bust, Bode Museum Lobby, Altes Museum, Statue at Altes Museum, White City, Berlin Modernism Housing Estates, Fauninsel. Capitol buildings. Religious buildings. Neighborhoods. Parks. Monuments. Entertainment venues. Notable buildings. Happenings. Munich. Hamburg. In 2007, more than 3,985,105 visitors with 7,402,423 overnight stays visited the city. The tourism sector employs more than 175,000 people full-time and brings in revenue of €9.3 billion, making the tourism industry a major economic force in the Hamburg metropolitan region. Hamburg has one of the fastest-growing tourism industries in Germany. From 2001 to 2007, the overnight stays in the city increased by 55.2%. A typical Hamburg visit includes a tour of the City Hall and the Grand Church St. Michaelis, and visiting the Old Warehouse District and the Harbor Promenade. Sightseeing buses connect these points of interest. As Hamburg is one of the world's largest harbors, many visitors take one of the harbor and/or canal boat tours which start from the Landungsbrücken. Major destinations also include museums. The area of Reeperbahn in the Quarter St. Pauli is Europe's largest red light district and home of strip clubs, brothels, bars and nightclubs. The Beatles had stints on the Reeperbahn early in their careers. Others prefer the laid-back neighborhood Schanze with its street cafes, or a barbecue on one of the beaches along the River Elbe. Hamburg's famous zoo, the Tierpark Hagenbeck, was founded in 1907 by Karl Hagenbeck as the first zoo with moated, barless enclosures. Gallery. The Brandenburg Gate at night. Berlin is Germany's largest and most visited city.